Oh shoot, out of Emulsion? Or maybe you only want to print one project for yourself or a friend. There's another way to screen print without Emulsion. This worked great for me when I needed to complete a small project of printing on koozies. Other than that, I struggled with a large project. I'll share that big mistake later. Anyways, are you ready to learn about printing without Emulsion? Give me a thumbs up if you are ready. I have a Silhouette Cameo Pro and I'll be working in Silhouette design software. If your design is simple, just use an X-Acto knife to cut your design. You'll also need a silkscreen, squeegee, ink, tape, transfer tape, and depending on how many colors, you will need something to help you indicate your alignment. I'm using 1/8 of an inch Avery color coding circles. First, I'll walk you through how I make a registration file for the Koozie in Silhouette Design Studio. You can easily make your own, or you can get this file for free when you subscribe at the Creative Club. I'm going to copy my registration file from my t-shirt. Note, this is the registration file I use for vinyl screen printing, not Emulsion screen printing. I have a separate one for that. The size of my design will be 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. I'm going to align my registration dots on the top and the bottom centered and a 4-inch circle on the outside, or 4-inch square on the outside. I'm going to align my registration dots on the top and the bottom center at 4 inches on the outside. Then I will place my design at the center 3.5 inches and the square. Just wonderful. I don't want the inside square to be a cut edge. I just want a visual reference so I know where to place my design in the middle of my registration. I'm going to duplicate the registration so I can place 2 more designs to cut on the 12-inch wide piece of vinyl. Make sure all of your designs are flipped horizontally, or select Cut Mirrored when you're sending it to your machine. I'll explain why in a moment, but for now, cut out the Oracle 631 removable vinyl using your Silhouette. My cut settings on the Cameo Pro, which would be the same as a Cameo 4, is glossy vinyl, setting blade 2, force 5, and speed 3. Now on to weeding. The next step is important. You will leave the negative space and weed the design. Say what? Yeah, you will weed out the design. This is where you want the ink to go, therefore remove it. If you're still with me, just type bye-bye design in the comments below. You may have noticed that one of my koozie designs said of duty instead of teacher off duty. The wise thing would have been to proofread before cutting, but nonetheless I had an error, so now I'm going to show you how I can fix it. I also accidentally removed the parts of the star I should have left and the trapezoid piece from the pencil. Like I said, it's harder to do this weeding the positive space instead of the negative. So anyways, I recut each of those and placed the star and the pencil piece down with the transfer film. Then I placed the F using the transfer film and cut around it with an X-Acto knife. I then peeled off the 2 F's from the design, leaving me with teacher off duty. Phew, crisis averted, instead of having to recut the 3.5 by 3.5 inch piece. Now for alignment, I fold each koozie in half and place the dots in alignment to where the dots are on the cut vinyl piece. I just used a hole punch to punch where the dots were cut out on the silhouette from the leftover transfer paper. It does take a little bit of practice to get it, but once you get the hang of it, you'll start placing them without any issues. Since the dots are so small, I used my fine hook tool to transfer and place the dots. Now, place your transfer paper onto the design and transfer onto your screen. Remember, when I told you to flip horizontally, this is why. When we place it on the screen, it's going to be flipped back the other way to the normal reading direction. And you just peel off the transfer tape and then put the tape around the areas that you don't want ink to get on your design. If you're printing koozies like me, you'll want to mark where they will need to be placed on the platen. If you're printing a shirt, place the shirt and align the screen where you think it's best to be placed. Don't forget to cover the registration marks so you don't accidentally print those onto your blank garment or koozie, because we've all been there and done that, right? When you're done, clean your screens and let your design air dry. Then you will want to heat set your design at 250 degrees using a heat press, about a minute. If you're using an iron, it will take probably 2 to 3 minutes to heat set. Lastly, share, gift, or sell your screen printed item. I would love to see what you've made. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below or tag me on social media. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell to get updates for more videos. You can get my vinyl registration file by joining the Creative Club, and I would love to give Ashley E. a warm welcome to the Creative Club. I can't wait to see what she creates, and let me know if you have any other questions or suggestions by commenting below.